Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our live webinar. My name is Amina. I'm an ambassador for TGW and Yotoasset. And this is my colleague,
Mohammed Rahman, and also ambassador for Yotoasset and TGW.
Right. I'm going to start with the Yotoasset presentation. So, first of all, let's talk about the name and what it means. Yotoasset actually stands for you too can have the assets. So it's you too can have the assets. So it's been shortened and called Yotoasset. What else do you need to know about Yotoasset? Yotoasset is a UK-based company. And what is it that we do? We trade in tangible assets. So what is tangible assets? Gold, silver, diamonds, property, cash crops, land, and what else? Properties, I've said that, yes. Now, there's something else that is tangible as well. What is that?
Money.
Money is also a tangible asset. But there's a huge difference between money and gold, silver, or land, for example. So what is that difference? If you look at it, gold, silver, or land, it's something that is a natural resource. It's not something that we can, as human beings, reproduce it. So and that value of these things would always depend on the supply and demand. So these things would always have a limited supply. Where on the other hand, money is created by human beings. So money is controlled by the government or the country. So and money is being produced and duplicated over and over again. So the value of the money is, like I said, sorry?
Depends on the production.
Yeah, and also the value of money, for example, could be up here one day, and it could be completely destroyed the next. So the difference is gold and silver or land. This is a way of preserving your wealth. It's a form of security as well. So what the company is offering us is it's offering us a chance to come and be able to get involved and be able to build your own assets. So let me give you an example. So if you come in and you invest, say for example, £125. I mean, this is what we're investing here in the UK. So £125, that £125 could give you a return of the equivalent of £425. So what is it that you need to do to be able to receive that? It's very simple. All you need to do is to introduce two like-minded people, just two like-minded people like yourself to also come and invest the same amount as you. So that would be two direct members. So you introduce two direct members and they would also invest £125 each. Then you need to teach them to do the same as you. So what is that? So those two people will also go and find their own two people and they would also invest. So this would mean you would have a total of 2 direct members and 4 indirect. So this is when you receive the return of £425. Now, what can you do from there? So
basically you have to get 6 people.
Yes, you don't have to get 6 people, you need to get 2 people, and those 2 people would get their own 2 people, so this would make a total of 6 people. Yes, and so So from your £425, now you can see that you've made your initial, what you put in initially, you've made it back. Now, how do you make more money from here? It's simple. You compound. So you compound what you put in. So, I mean, you compound from your £425, now you put back in 250. So that 250 would then give you a return of 850. And then from 850, you can compound again, which would be 500, the next amount, and that would give you a return of 1700. And so on, you can carry on compounding. And then you don't have to actually, every time you compound, you don't have to go out and look for new people. Because once you compound, those people you introduced, they will also be compounding as well. So this automatically completes the structure again, and this is when you receive the return. So, like I said, if you continue compounding, you could earn hundreds and thousands, or even become a millionaire, and that's all depends on your activity. Now, the other thing is, I would like to say, we are not just for the UK. We are able to introduce people in any part of the world. So you can introduce people in Africa, Asia, USA, any part of the world. So let's say you want to introduce people, say in poorer countries. So what we have here, I mean, we cannot expect them to be able to afford £125. So what we have is called Yotoasset International, which is this investment starts from as little as £2.50. So from £2.50, they receive a return of £7.50. So what is it they need to do to receive that £7.50? It's very simple. It's the same. So they need to introduce 2 like-minded members who also invest £2.50 each, and then those 2 members go and find their own 2 members, and that would complete your structure, which would give you a return of £7.50. So in order for your two members to receive, once their structure is complete, so when their directs go and find their own 2 directs, this is when their structure completes, and they also receive £7.50. So from £7.50, you can compound £5. That would give you £15, and from £15 you compound £10. That would give you £30, and from £30 you compound £20. That would give you a return of £60. And then from £60 you compound 35. That would give you a return of £105. And then from £105 you compound £75, and now you received a return of £225. So if you see, what have you started with? £2.50. Now that £2.50 you've taken out in the first cycle, and now you've compounded. What you had left was your profit, and you're compounding from your profit to make more profit. So from £2.50 you come to £225. Now what can you do from here? You can now compound again, which would be £125, and that would then give you a return of £425. So, as you can see here, whether you start from £2.50, whether you start from £5, whether you start from £125, your destination is the same. You can all become millionaires. So, you can start with any amount. I mean, I said you can. For people internationally, they don't have to start from £2.50. They can start £5 or £10 or £20. It's up to them. But what they got to remember is whatever amount they start with, and the people they will bring need to be able to invest the same amount as them. So if you know that you can afford a bigger amount, but you don't know that other people, whether they could or not. So then it's better to start for yourself with the smaller amount and then gradually build it up that way. And this is an amazing concept. Now, one other thing I'd like to tell you is, say for example, someone's invested. Now, I'll give you an example of £125, or let's say £1,000. Yeah. Now, put that £1,000 in the bank, in your bank account, and after 1 year, what would the bank give you?
A few percentage of interest.
Yeah, not much, peanuts. Yeah. But here, so the money you will initially invest. Now, that money is your money. Yeah. And if you cannot do the activity that is required, which is what? Just to bring two members. Simple as that. If you cannot do the activity of bringing 2 members within the space of 1 year, the company will return your capital with a profit of 25%. Now, work that out. I mean, who would give you that? Even if you put it in the bank account, you wouldn't get that. So you're not losing out either way. So whether you can do the activity or not, you're still gaining. Even obviously, if you cannot do the activity after 1 year, you're getting 25% plus your capital back. And or if you do the activity, then wow, you could become a millionaire. And it's simple. It's just the power of 2. Simply need to introduce 2 members, and those 2 members, and teach everyone to do the same. That's as simple as it is. It's a very simple concept. Now I'm going to ask my brother, my brother here, my colleague, he's going to do a demonstration on the board so you can see how it works.
So you can see it.
So I'm going to pass it over to Brother Rahman.
Thank you, Sister Amina. That was a great, wonderful presentation. Hopefully everybody understood. If not, they still could catch up with my demonstration, and I'll see how it goes from there now. Yeah? So give me a second. Let me just grab.
Just move the chairs out, right?
Yeah. See if you could see this. See if they can see this. Yeah. Should I sit here?
It's okay.
Okay. Now, first of all, should I start with 125? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. First thing we need to do is simple. You come in here as an investor. So, as you going to join in as 125 investor, you see this? Yeah. Okay. So what happens? All you have to do, like Sister Amina said, bring 2 like member like you and get them joined as a investor. So what you need to do, get 2 member, you are A, and you get in another member, join here, member B and C. So once you got those 2 members, all they have to do is they need to get their 2 members. Okay, so they have to get. Oh. Wow. So now you can see here what's happened. You came as an investor, as an A, you put 125, then you brought 2 members who invested 125, and all they had to do is get their 2 members. C, D, E, F, and G. Now, your task is done so far because you have completed the first mission, which is completing cycle 1. Cycle 1. Once you complete your first cycle 1, the company gives you birth to wealth, they call it. Yeah. 425, is that correct? 425. So all you've done is invested 125, you got 2 members, A and B, they've done the same, they've done the 2 members, invested You all are investors. Don't forget they will also benefit later on. But first of all, you have completed cycle 1. And on cycle 1, you get birth to wealth, which is 425. Now what happens, next stage, to get to cycle 2, 125, you go back to the system, add it here, and becomes 250 investment. Yes? And you remain with 300. Now that 300, it's yours on cycle 1. On cycle 2, again, it's basic details. You just need to help your 4 members here to receive their 6 members. Once they've got their 6 members, you will receive your cycle 2. And birth to work on cycle 2 would be 850. Now, could you see it hasn't taken much details? All you did is first of all, you got 2 members, they've done the same, you all worked together, and then help each other to receive their 425. Once your 6 members receive 425 on the second cycle, you will receive 850. From 850, you will reinvest 250 back in and becomes 500 invested. And that leaves you with 500. Again, you make 500 on the second cycle.
That's 600.
600, 250. That goes back 350. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. You receive your 600. Now, you can see here, before you receive the 300, which you basically could say your initial is back, and also second cycle you receive 600. Altogether, you receive 900 within the second cycle. But even though, don't forget, you still got another lot of money, 500 invested. This will be there until within 1 year, like you said. If you don't want to do any more, you stay on, still get your percentage from there, which is will come up 25% commission on top of that. But it doesn't stop there. We still continue. On what we do next, we help these 6 people get in their 425s by getting their 6 members. Or you can say, helping your 6 people here getting 850 to reach their second cycle, then you will receive 5 free.
17.
1,700. Now you can see it doesn't stop there, it grows. Every time it grows here, it compounds there, we'll have it invested here, and also you will have some money coming out here. You don't lose out. Say again, you stopped here for a while, not doing anything. All your members are not doing anything. At the end of the year, you'll have this money remain in the system, and also whatever's invested is remain. And end of the year, you get your 25% plus your 100% invested money. Any other questions? That's it.
That's it. So
should we follow the international one? Just basically, yeah, just tell them that one too. Yes. Let me just do a t-shirt. Again, now basic quick one, go through. People who again didn't understand clearly, we'll go for same similar system with the international one, which is £2.50. You come in here again, £2.50. You are a member A. You invested £2.50. All you did is got 2 people. Then you invested £2.50. Now, basic again, what they have to do is get 2 people themselves. £2.50. Now, that wasn't hard, was it? Was it? No. Okay. Could you see what's done here now? You have received your first cycle, which is you received you made your 6 members. Once you've done your 6 members, again, cycle 1. Now, on cycle 1, birth to wealth on £2.50.
Okay.
£2.50 will give you £7.50. Now, this is amazing. From £2.50 gives us almost 3 times more on birth to wealth. But what happens here, from £7.50, £2.50 is added to become £5 on invest, and you remain with £5 to withdraw. So you got £5 on your invested, and also you got £5 to withdraw. Again, on cycle 2, it's simple again. You help them to receive their £7.50 on 6 members. Once you've done that, on your cycle 2, you receive 1,500, which is so 50,000.
£15.
50,000.
£15. Correct.
15, yeah. Okay, we receive £15. Now, on £15, £5 will be added here, becomes £10 as your investor. Yeah, and here you remain £10 to withdraw or do shopping, anything you want. Again, it compounds and goes up to the next stage, which is £30, from £30 to £60. I think that should be helping you. If you have any information, please leave a comment below, and hopefully to see us again next week, live webinar. And for now, thank you so much.